write my fiction for the evening news. The facts don't make the story. It's what my bosses choose. Did you ever think the truth would lose? Read my scripted views. Need an idea advanced? Got an army to treat cruel? Don't worry, baby. I'll fix your sinner soon. Just point me to the highest bidder. Turn us on and watch me. Lying in the morning, lying next to noon. You're trained to hear the TV, accept it all as true. We know you love our twisted views. Watch our fictioned news. Station after station, when the night hour is near, the lights go up, the actors appear. Different theme songs ring, the same in your ears. It's time for scripted view. Follow soon. Someone blew up a church. A pariah's name is true. A pariah, he must be guilty. Go ahead and write the script for you, for the scripted news.
Welcome to the Porthole to Justice. I'm your host, Amelia Duran, and that is original music by Zeph Daniel and the theme song to Social Media News Network. I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on my Social Media News Network blog as we head into the next this year, as things starts to heat up, because everyone knows I am on a panel of people that highlight the issue of human trafficking globally. It's called Human 2020, a campaign founded by my friend Govinda Tidbal. And in 2014, leaders of every major religious faith in the world made a global pledge to end human trafficking by the year 2020. When I say human trafficking, that means modern-day slavery in the forms of sex trafficking, labor trafficking, organ trafficking, illegal adoption, child soldiers, and the like has become a $150 billion business worldwide, and it violates the fundamental human rights of approximately 35.8 million people. And it's been declared a disgrace to God and a dishonor to humankind by all major spiritual faiths around the world. So Human 2020 is an initiative that I joined. I think it was, oh gosh, it's been a while now, guys. Maybe 3 years. I'm not sure, but it was established to give a civil society a platform and an opportunity to play an active role as individuals in organizations that are focused on ending modern day slavery. And Human 2020 is an open platform or source platform for civil society, businesses, nonprofit organizations, student bodies, law enforcement, political leadership to take ownership in advancing solutions in a response to the moral mandate of our generation. So together with a shared focus, addressing the root causes of the trafficking and broad-basing solutions, we can all play a part in fulfilling this global pledge to end modern-day slavery by 2020. So this is going to be my focus heading into 2020, and it is my wish. I focus on the child sex trafficking because children can't consent to these activities, and it's the number one issue that we have right now. Children are our most precious resource that we have, and coming up on 2020, this should be the most important issue because, what is happening with Child Protective Services and the American Safe Families Act is we're totally looking at a different dynamic when it comes to immunity human trafficking. It's a term that I coined regarding the legal trafficking of children that goes on when there's fraud on the court and basically lies submitted to substantiate cases. And I think it's something like 85% of children now that are trafficked come from Child Protective Services. So this is the moral issue of our generation and something that we most definitely have to confront. So I'm going to be speaking more to these issues more and more. And I'm going to be shifting my focus over to my blog, Social Media News Network, a little bit more because it allows me to cover a more global, cover this from a more global standpoint. Social Media News Network, we share. One second. Okay. I hear myself talking. It's like, where's that coming from? Social Media News Network is a blog that I created on Facebook exclusively. And I share and educate on some of the corrupt incentives that are behind this legal human trafficking that we have going on. And it's not just happening on American soil. It's happening at our borders. The American Safe Families Act is a federal incentive that applies not only to children on American soil. We have 24 million displaced children on American soil, but it also applies to children at our borders and our elderly. So our most vulnerable in society. So I'm going to be shifting our focus a little bit more, more broader base issues. So Social Media News Network, we share many different messages from many different platforms. It includes different reporters or platform holders. Some may hold galactic beliefs, different spiritual beliefs. It's a global and we have global and geopolitical views. But we like to put an emphasis on humanity, human trafficking, and enslavement templates, exposing corruption. It's social, geopolitical, spiritual, reality news network. The Social Media News Network it's unique because the content and its contributors, they all own their own platforms. So we have, speakers like David Seaman, and let's see. We have the Zeph Report with Zeph Daniel and Kaneda's Ramble, and Faith Mix with Govinda Tidball, the founder of Human 2020, and a whole host of other platform holders that also speak on the corruption and these issues as well. So I'm going to be switching my focus a little bit more, but on Social Media News Network, you can converse, you can actually communicate directly with the members and their sources and their opinions. Most of them are admins or, like I said, platform holders. And it's an alternative news site. And there's TV show hosts. We have William Wagner of On Second Thought TV, and a lot of them I will often feature on the Porthole to Justice podcast. So you can check that out on Facebook exclusively. And as we go into as we come up on 20 on 20, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be focusing more and expanding on the issue of human trafficking globally and its impact on us culturally and socially. So I'll be having guests like Sahar Sinye on the show, and let's see, more Paula Flo, because we're going to be talking about the part that Child Protective Services plays, and some of these placements, the scams that go on really to drain us of our Social Security funds, and the really shady, why do we need 1,000 registered pedophiles as approved approved foster care placements? So things of that nature. I'm going to be discussing this coming up in the near future, and I just kind of wanted to share that. I really have kind of broken away from the whole dynamic of the movement of the corrupt family courts and just that whole thing. I don't want to get stuck in the paradigm of, oh, well, you're not, I'm not doing this right or I'm not doing that right. I don't want to be stuck in that paradigm. I want to be able to be free, to be creative, to do what I do and strategize the way that I strategize. And it's my platform. So some people don't like it, but I do me, you do you, and onward and upward. So this is what's going to be happening coming up in the near future. I may have Govinda on to talk more about Human 2020 or ask him to come on the platform in the future as well, so that we can really bring attention to this issue more as we heat up for 2020, guys. So I just wanted to come on to say hey, and I'm just regrouping a little bit, and I'm going to be re-strategizing. So who knows? You never know what I'll do next. It's exciting stuff. So stay tuned. And I'm your host, Amelia Duran, and this has been another episode of Porthole to Justice Off the Cuff. Oh, and I just did an interview. Check it out on YouTube with the LS Report with Jacob. It's on YouTube channel, LS Report. Excellent guy. Really good investigative reporter, class act. So, he's just started his channel on YouTube, and he also is an activist for the Schaefer Cox platform on Facebook. Check that out as well. All right, guys, this has been another episode of Off the Cuff. I'm your host, Amelia Duran, and it's Porthole to Justice, the window to the truth. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Spreaker.com. You can subscribe for free. Okay, have a great day. God bless.